Hello guys, my name's Adam, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go through my camping gear, what I would take with me, not so much on a motorcycle camp, more on a hiking camp. So I'm going to go through my stuff, what I've got, what I use, and we're going to set the tent up. It's about 1 degree at the moment. Tonight it's going to be down to about -2, so I'm going to camp in the back garden just to test all this winter gear. I think it's always better to test it here in the garden and test it out in the field, because if it doesn't work and we end up freezing, I can go back in the house. So let's get it unpacked. We'll start with the outside the bag and we'll have a look at the bag itself and the contents. So first of all, we'll clip the sleeping mat off. This is a, what's it called? Adventure Ridge self-inflating camping mat. It's from Aldi or Lidl, so it wasn't expensive. It's quite a big chunky mat, but it's comfortable and comfort for me is the main thing. It's quite a big one, but it's comfortable. Next, this is a cheap sort of like sort of foil on both sides to reflect the heat. It's just something you'd probably put down for a picnic or something like that. I'm going to line the bottom of the tent with this, see if it works, because obviously I haven't got a firm rest camping mat. So I'm going to try this, see if this works, see if that keeps me warm. Right, moving on to the bag. The bag is the High Gear Tibet 65. Quite a good bag. Got this from Go Outdoors for about £27 with the Go Outdoor card discount. I think it was once on sale for like £70, so it's not a bad bag. A zip pocket in the side there. So, you know, I need to put something in there just to access it. Got an hole there for your HL2, for your water. Now if you want to put a water pack in it, a zip on the back. And we'll have a look in there in a minute for the hood. It's got an adjustable. You adjust that, set it with these. So when you've got it on, you can get it in the most comfortable position. Really good padding. So all in all, for a cheap bag from Go Outdoors, I think it's really good quality. It's also got in the bottom somewhere. It's in the bottom, yeah, in there. It's also got, as you can see that. It also has a waterproof cover for it. So start by having a look in the lid. That's High Gear again, luxury pillow. Not sure how luxury that'll be, but that's how we'll find out tonight how luxury that is. Little camping stove. We've all seen these. Little camping stove just folds out. Folds out, screw that on top of the gas bottle. You get yourself a little camping stove. Always nice to have as a backup. Next, the water. Right, let's have a look in the main compartment. So you've got 2 compression straps that you can lift up. You've also got 2 draw cords, one here, loosen it off, and one on the top. I think this zip pocket here goes in separate compartments, so you've got another compartment there to keep something. Right, we'll start with this. Oops. Two cooking pots, the Hexi stove, put some of the bits that you can burn, but I usually burn wood in it anyway. They just get it going, and they're not the stinky ones, so not too bad. 2 rather large cooking pots, only cheap, but they do the job. And the knife, the spoon and fork, the essentials. So this is only what I take with me. I've only done a couple of camps before, one on the motorbike, so obviously I'm just learning, and I'll probably change equipment as I go on, see what's better, what works, what doesn't work. Cup, bit of paracord if you need some extra lines for the tent, or if you want to put your tarp up. The Bear Grylls knife. I don't know whether I'll be taking this with me. It's got a firelighter on it, got a whistle. Good knife, but illegal to be carrying that. I mean, even camping, they're not going to accept a knife like that. You don't need something that big, but it is a very good tool when you're out camping. This is the OEX shield that goes around your stove to protect it if it's windy, stop your gas stove blowing out. Quite a handy bit of kit. This is the best bit of kit I've ever bought for camping. The jet boil. I think this is like the second one. 2.0 or whatever, I don't know. For those of you who haven't seen the jet boil before, you get the gas. That's jet boil gas, but you don't have to use that once it's run out, obviously. But it does fit handily inside. That screws on top to give you a little stove. So that screws in there. I'm not going to do it now. That screws in there. You got your lights, you adjust it on and off. You got a stand, a tripod stand. This sits inside. If you look, it has got different sizes ones, so you can get a different size bottle for it. And then the cup itself slots in there. And what makes it work so well is, even though it's a small surface area, that corrugated metal there heats up and gives it like a, so it's got a larger surface, so that boils, I think up to the maximum mark, it boils in 90 seconds fully boiled. So that's brilliant, and that's just a little mixing. It's got little markers on it, little mixing cup. You can cook in that if you wanted, but I wouldn't. I'd just use that for boiling water. I won't be cooking in it. The handle, all packs back down, packs away into just that. Next is the tent. This is the OEX Evolution Lynx 1-man tent. I haven't used this tent yet, but I already know by looking at reviews there's a bit of a criticism of this tent. You've got to put the inner tent part up first before you put the fly sheet over. So if it's raining, obviously the inside of the tent's going to get wet. So you've always got to remember that if you're going to be going camping, there's a chance of rain, and there's a good chance the inside of the tent will get wet first, unless you can get a tarp up first before you build your tent. That's always something to consider. And it's only a 1-man tent. It's light, it's only a 1-man tent, so that's where, you know, if you're in your tent for a long time, if you are going to camp in winter, you're in the tent, a lot of darkness, not got a lot of room really to move about, to get changed in, to sit up, read a book or anything. So I'll bear that in mind if you're only going to camp with a 1-man tent. Next again is the OEX Exhibition Tarp, which comes into its own when you have got the 1-man tent, because then you can put it off your tent and over, giving you a bit of a seating area, which is still sheltered. Set your stool up, set your stove up, and you can sit outside your tent under a bit of shelter. That is a seat, I'll show you that later. That's my camping chair in there, nice and compact. This is the OEX Lynx EV1 Evolution 1 ground sheet. Put that down before you put your tent down, just to prevent, probably, well, keep a bit of heat in as well, but also to prevent any sharp objects penetrating the base of the tent. This hopefully will prevent that. Moving on, we've got some more gas, extra gas, and that's it. So stand in the bottom here, and a little part at the bottom. This is my sleeping bag. This is in its compression. It's the OEX Leviathan winter sleeping bag. It's actually in its compression sack. I don't keep it in its compression sack. There's the big sack that you keep it in when you're storing it. It's just in there because I wanted to see how it all fit in the bag. But when you're storing it away, you keep it in this because it's a down sleeping bag. The one here, it's got a comfort rating of -9, a limit of -16, and then extreme of -38. I wouldn't like to try it in any of the 16 or 38, but -38 I suppose. It's just to keep you alive. It wouldn't be comfortable. It wouldn't be comfortable at -16 because it says that's the limit, and it's comfortable up to -9. So I'm not sure. I mean, it's supposed to be -2 tonight, so that'd probably be the most extreme camping I'd be doing anyway. It's a duck down 900 gram, 600 fill pillow. It's an expensive bag really. I think I got it in a bit of a sale, but I think usually you look at about 250. I think I got it at 180. Can't remember. I got it last year and not even used it yet. So that's it. Like I say, it's not a lot, but it's only really for like one night, possibly two. I would take more water with me. Obviously there's not going to be enough water in that. It's just a handy little canister to have your water in. So you would have to bring more water unless you've got a water source, and then obviously get some purifying tablets and purify your water. But I think I'm going to get a bladder for inside the bag. You can always carry water then in the bag in that, have a couple of litres in that as well. So I'm going to get the tent up, put everything in and show you the setup once the tent's up. Something I will show you, it's quite unusual. The pegs that this tent comes with, very different to your standard pegs. Okay YouTube, the tent's up. Have a look inside it. It's not a very big tent for doing much in but sleeping. I would say it's the first time I put it up was a bit of a faff. With these you're definitely going to have to invest in a small hammer for hammering them in. This ground's still quite hard, a lot better than it was last time I attempted this. Couldn't get the pegs in even with the hammer, so a lot of spare pegs as well. But I'm going to get set up, get my stuff in, got a bit of a porch area to put stuff in, but certainly wouldn't be ideal for a motorcycle camp, simply because of the other equipment you've got with the bike. But if I've got the bike with me, I'm taking the I'm going to take the 2-man tent, the Summit Club 2, because a lot more room, a lot easier to put up as well. Goes up straight away. It's a pop-up tent, so I'll get everything in the tent. I'll get back to you. That's the camping mat, inflated now, quite thick. It's about 6 centimetres. And underneath is that foil liner. But that looks like it's going to be comfortable tonight. Obviously it's like a mummy sleeping bag. If you have a look at this online, very good sleeping bag. You can see it now if you look closely enough. Well, the camera will pick it up, but you can see it rising already. This can get damp and still keep you warm, which is a good thing about it. It's very smooth, slidey, soft feeling sleeping bag. But what it appealed to me was it can get damp and still keep you warm. So I'm going to pop it in the tent. There's the chair, YouTube. There's obviously that porch area. It's got a little bit of room for something. If you look in there, not a lot of room for anything else. Probably get a bag down at the bottom. But not a lot of room to put anything in this tent. It's nice and comfy, this chair, but it's definitely more, as you can see, of like a hiking backpacker type tent. But you know, you're travelling light, perfect in decent weather anyway in the summer. I'm sure what it would be like in the winter. But the intention really is not to winter camp, more like 3 seasons, where now we get into the spring. It's been quite a pleasant day today. Still got a bit of a blue sky up there, so quite a pleasant day today. But tonight it's going to drop, so you know you can walk quite comfortably. And then now it's just leaving 5 o'clock. It's about 20 past 5 now, so it's still light. Get set up, get in the tent. So I'm going to sleep in here tonight. I will tell you the honest truth if I end up going back in the house because I'm too cold. And I'll just assess what the tent's like, what the sleeping bag's like, whether my mat and everything are comfortable, and hopefully if they are, then we can do some camping in the next few months. Hello guys, we're back on. It is now 5 past 11. I don't know if you can see that little symbol in the corner. I'll try and have a look. It's bigger, but in the top corner there, -1. I've been in the sleeping bag about 5 minutes and I'm actually quite warm. So I might even lose this fleece. Obviously I'll get under and get this wrapped around me and get my arms in and everything. But it's not cold, honestly. I'm not cold one bit. Comfortable on this mat. I've cheated a bit. Well, I've got a bit of a pillow from the house because the one that I've got is not big enough. So if any guys know a decent pillow, I'd be grateful, because that's one thing I've always suffered with camping, is not getting a good pillow. Anyway, I'm going to bed down for the night. If I wake up at any time during the night, I'll do a little bit of an update and show you the temperature, tell you how I'm feeling. And if I do go back in the house, I'll record myself going back in the house. So alright, good night everybody, sleep tight, bye for now. Morning, it is 22 minutes past 5, just woke up. I woke up, I don't know, maybe about 3 o'clock. I've been really warm and snug in a sleeping bag, honestly. I slept really well. In fact, I'm going to roll over and go back to sleep. Oh, it's definitely a nice warm sleeping bag anyway, I can vouch for that. See you all in a couple of hours. Morning. 7 o'clock, or just leaving 7 o'clock. Had a really good night's sleep. The sleeping bag's been brilliant, really has been good. Kept me warm all night, no problems at all, didn't feel the cold at all night. And it did get down to about -2, don't think it quite got to -3 according to my phone anyway, but I don't know, I've not got a thermometer in here, so I don't know exactly what it got down to. The sleeping mat was comfortable. I definitely need to sort out a pillow arrangement for what I'm going to take with me on the camps. The tent, I can't really say how great the tent is, but I've watched a lot of reviews on it, and I know it stands up to the elements, the wind and rain. Obviously I didn't have any wind and rain last night, but I'm happy with the tent. It is what it is, a one-man tent. Like I've said, you can't get changed in it. If you want to get changed, you can't sit up in it really. You just sleep in it. You get a few bits in it, a few bits in the porch, you've got a few bits down the sides if you need to. But for just hiking, it's nice and light. You know, it is what it is, a one-man tent. For the motorbike, I'd definitely take my Slumit 2 tent, just so I can get all my gear in. But anyway, I'm going to get up, get some breakfast, pack the tent away and everything. So thanks for watching, thanks for clicking on this video. Please like and subscribe, and hopefully once we can get out, I can bring you some camping videos. Alright, bye for now.